Russia today, it could be argued, is less democratic than it was 15 years ago, say 5 years after. In Mrs. Thatcher's United Kingdom, her own party, the Conservative Party, has made an accommodation with large elements of the state. Here in the United States, the principal political movement at this moment is not toward freer markets, but toward bigger government. Would you have expected that 20 years ago?
No, well, I must say that, as I already suggested in our talk, the first post-communist decade was in this respect a very positive decade. The second is already much worse, and we are all of us, reintroducing socialism, reintroducing government intervention in all fields. Now it's not mostly because of the social ideas, social policy ideas, but it's now because of many other politically correct ideas, and the environment is one of the issues. For me, the global warming debate is another disaster which could lead us to a very controlled system.
Former Vice President Al Gore, quote, "The vast majority of scientists agree that global warming is real," close quote. Now let me quote you again, President Vaclav Klaus, quote, "Global warming is a myth, and every serious person and scientist says so." What do you know that Al Gore doesn't?
I don't know what he knows. I don't believe that he is that much interested either in science or in economics of global warming, politics, and so on. He is interested, as a typical politician, he simply understood that the idea of global warming is an excellent political idea. When someone fights climate, he looks very unegoistic, very altruistic, forward-looking. If the politicians have been searching for such a beautiful idea for decades, and they finally found that idea. So this is a cheap argumentation. This is great. You promise something to cut down the CO2 emissions in the year 2050 by first 20%, 30%, 50%, 80%. Now I heard 120%. You know, and the same politicians are saying it in a couple of years. It's so easy to know that you have 4 years term, which terminates in the year 2010, and you promise to do something in the year 2060, 2080. That's absolutely great. You will not be taken responsible. Nobody would control, nobody would remember. I remember G8 meeting in Germany, northern Germany, some 2 years ago, and they made the promise, 8 leaders made the promise to cut emissions by 50%. Now it's a lost idea, 50. Now everyone wants more. 50% till the year 2050. Out of those 8 politicians, 3 lost their office in 2 weeks' time. Again, it's so easy to make such promises. They will not...
Communism in the old days, global warming today. Here's the question. Is there some deep, permanent, statist temptation in Western culture?
Well, I wouldn't...
Are they related, or is that unfair?
Well, no. I would qualify the question a little bit. You can't compare communism with global warming. You must compare communism with the ideology of environmentalism or the ideology of global warming alarmism. That's a difference. Global warming is not a reality.
Is objectively verifiable or
It's
not.
a verifiable issue. It's difficult to verify. Nevertheless, it's another issue. So we are talking about 2 ideologies, and in this respect, they are structurally very similar. They are against individual freedom. They are in favor of centralistic masterminding of our fates. They are both very similar in telling us what to do, how to live, how to behave, what to eat, how to travel, what we can do and what we cannot do, and so on. There is a huge similarity in this respect, but the similarity of ideologies, not similarity of whether there is some warming or not.
President Vaclav Klaus in 2005, quote, "In Europe we witnessed the crowding out of democracy by post-democracy, a bureaucratic unification of the European continent that shifts government upwards to the level where there is no democratic accountability and the decisions are made by politicians, appointed by politicians, not elected by citizens in free elections," close quote.
Did I say it in such a nice way?
You said it beautifully, yes.
Thank you
yes.
very much.